Let's jump right into this explainer. We've got a seriously heart-stopping story of survival today, one that really pushes the absolute limits of loyalty. And to kick things off, I want you to think about a pretty chilling scenario.
What would you do if your best friend disappeared beneath freezing water and literally no one else was around to help? Seriously, imagine the sheer terror of that isolated scenario. The bone-chilling cold, the panic, that horrifying realization that you are completely, utterly alone out there.
This brave dog's impossible decision shocked an entire town, and what happened next is going to stay with you forever. Today, we're breaking down the logic-defying actions of one incredible golden retriever. Trust me, this is way more than just a rescue story. It's a true testament to an unbreakable bond.
Section 1. A freezing morning walk. Northern Minnesota's icy routine. So for 42-year-old Ethan and his golden retriever Max, this was their daily slice of peace. For 8 whole years, they never missed a morning walk. The river was frozen, the ice looked totally solid. Everything was perfectly normal.
Until... crack. In just a fraction of a second, that entire illusion of safety vanishes. The ice completely gives way right beneath his feet. One moment, you're on a peaceful routine walk, and the next, absolute chaos. Section 2. The ice shatters. The sudden plunge into freezing water. Ethan falls directly into the icy depths. And making things so much worse, the river hides a dangerously strong current that instantly starts pulling him away from the shore.
You've got to understand, this freezing river is basically a ticking clock. Second 0 is the plunge. Just seconds later, he's being violently swept away by the current. And within minutes, he is literally on the brink of severe, fatal hypothermia. Ethan is shouting for help, but his voice is just echoing across a completely empty park. No one is coming.
Section 3. An impossible decision. A loyal dog on the edge. Now, back on the shoreline, Max is watching helplessly. He sees Ethan's hands actually slipping beneath the icy water. Time is running out incredibly fast. Panic sets in. Max runs frantic along the riverbank, barking desperately, hoping anyone will notice. But then he realizes the horrifying truth. The park is completely empty. He looks back at Ethan, who is sinking and totally out of time. And right then, instinct just takes over. Without a single second of hesitation, Max makes this impossible decision, and he leaps right in.
Section 4. The desperate struggle. Fighting the freezing current. That icy river must have felt like thousands of sharp needles, and the powerful current was violently pushing Max away. But this brave dog absolutely refused to give up. He fought the icy water with everything he had until he finally reached his owner.
So now comes the sheer weight of survival. Fading really fast, Ethan grabs Max's collar with literally his last ounce of strength. Think about that for a second. Max now has to pull the dead weight of a grown man through a freezing, fast-moving current. Their progress is just agonizingly slow. We're talking inch by painful inch toward the bank.
Pure exhaustion takes over here. They are just a few feet away, but Max's legs are failing him. For a truly terrifying moment, it really looks like the river has won, and that both of them might just slip beneath the dark water together. But then, a sudden, miraculous spark of hope. About half a mile away, a fisherman had actually heard Max's desperate barking, and he comes sprinting toward the riverbank.
Section 5. A miraculous rescue. A lifeline from the shore. This absolute stranger arrives right in the nick of time. He grabs a rescue rope and hurls it out over the freezing water toward a rapidly fading Ethan.
Just one rescue rope, one single chance at survival. After several desperate attempts, Ethan's freezing fingers somehow manage to catch it. Within moments, the fisherman is pulling both Ethan and his dog onto the solid, frozen shore. That one rope literally made all the difference between an utter tragedy and an absolute miracle.
Section 6. Family never gives up. The aftermath of a miracle. Still shivering, completely exhausted, and practically in tears, Ethan wraps his arms tightly around Max. He just leans in and whispers, "You saved my life."
Doctors would actually later confirm that Ethan was only minutes away from fatal hypothermia. Without Max, he absolutely wouldn't have survived. And you know, as news of this spread, the local animal rescue even awarded Max a bravery medal for his extraordinary courage in that river.
But honestly, for Ethan, the medal wasn't the point at all. He summed it up so beautifully, saying, Max wasn't a hero. He was family. It really wasn't about some sort of canine duty. It was all about an absolutely unbreakable bond.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. If survival truly comes down to the unbreakable bond between a human and an animal, what lengths would you go to for your family? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I really hope this story stays with you.